Hello, football fans, and welcome back to another James Talks about NFL football. And today I'm going to be talking about Odell Beckham Jr. and asking the question if he has become a distraction. I bet that the NFL community, especially around the New Jersey area where the Giants actually are, not New York. But yeah, so I'm wondering if New York and New Jersey are split on this too, but I think that Odell Beckham has become a distraction. Now, don't get me wrong, he is a good player. So the Giants, the New York football Giants, are not going to get rid of Odell Beckham Jr. by any stretch of the imagination. Now, the reason now Odell Beckham did very, very well last year, and now since the Giants have Victor Cruz back at the wide receiving position, following a two or three injuries, I think just two, but still two injuries way too much. One injury is way too much for any player, But anyway, and then they drafted who's that kid? Shepard. I can't remember what his first name is. I'm sorry. Out of Oklahoma. And that has opened up the passing game for Eli Manning. And you know, so Odell Beckham Jr. is not getting as many targets. This acne right here? Oh my god. So so Eli Manning has not looked toward Beckham's direction the whole season, and just a couple of nights ago on Monday Night Football against the Vikings, Odell Beckham had career lows in terms of production. Yeah, last year, especially toward the end of the year, he was vastly productive. So don't think I'm trying to ridicule or just not say that he's talented. Any talented player can be a distraction. Now, he says that he's not having fun. And I've read that Tom Coughlin has said that Beckham is a great guy in meetings and a great guy in practice and a great guy this and a great guy that. So I think Odell Beckham has a great personality, but whenever a football player steps onto the field, their personality just gets more competitive, and I think OBJ has gone a little bit too far over the edge in that regard. I mean, he had an unsportsmanlike penalty a couple of nights ago against the Vikings on MNF Monday Night Football. And the week before that, against the Washington Redskins, he had thrown a helmet into the kicker's net, which that didn't really draw a penalty, I don't think, but that's still Odell Beckham's temper getting out of control. I'm pretty sure that which Ben McAdoo, the Giants head coach, will agree with me on this, but Beckham has to be a little bit less of a distraction. Which, going back to the comment that Odell Beckham said about him not having fun anymore. I mean, even if you're not having fun, you can still be a decoy. I mean, I can name a lot of classmates that I go to high school with that don't personally enjoy school, and trust me, I would rather not be in school 5 days a week. I would rather just do it a couple days a week. But I find school fun for myself, and that's what makes it enjoyable to me, and that's what makes me want to go, and that's what makes me want to do the work, makes me want to keep coming back and learning and learn stuff. Now, sure, just as I said, I would rather not go to school some days, but I make it fun uh, so that it's not a daily occurrence. And I only don't want to go to school like a few times. Like I really, really don't want to go to school, and I'm dreading it only a few times during a quarter period, like during a 9 week period. So that's like not even once a week. That's like once every other week at most. But my point is that Odell Beckham has to find a way to make playing football enjoyable for him. If I can make going to high school enjoyable and fun to me, then I'm pretty sure that Odell Beckham can find ways to make football enjoyable for himself. Because he's out there starring in all sorts of commercials, making a whole bunch of money, just burning cornerbacks every week. I mean, sure, the football dedication part of it might be more than school dedication, but I'm not trying to compare football and school before you assume that. I'm just saying that, no matter the situation, no matter if you have work, which technically Odell Beckham's work or job is football, his career is football. So, like, if I were to work at, say, a car brand like Chevrolet, and I don't really like to work at a factory, and I find that I don't really like to work at a factory, I have to make it enjoyable for myself, and I have to find ways to make it fun for me. And also, in terms of Odell Beckham finding ways to make football fun for him to play, it will also help out his team because this draws a lot of attention to the Giants, and I'm not sure if they totally want all of this attention, but they're getting it anyway. And Ben McAdoo, the current New York Giants head coach, and Tom Coughlin, the previous New York Giants head coach, have both called out Odell Beckham Jr. on this stuff. Now, let me remind you guys that he is a very productive receiver, so they're not trying to get him on that. They just want him to be more calm and to be more mellow. I mean, hey, that would be like kind of similar to a teacher. And I'm saying kind of similar because I'm not exactly comparing the two, because I'm going to refrain from using like or as to not make it a simile. But yeah, that would be now that would be similar to a teacher giving you a page of homework and then you just absolutely freaking out about it. I mean, Odell Beckham cannot just freak out about not receiving all of the targets that he wants, or all of the catches that he wants. Because he's a productive receiver, but the defenses know what he's all about, and they will find ways to cover him, and he has to find ways to, first of all, enjoy the game of football, right? He has to first of all enjoy the game of football, and secondly, he has to find out how to get past the defense to get open, because Eli Manning this year is throwing to the open guy. He's not necessarily going to throw to one guy in Odell Beckham Jr. anymore, which is understandable. I mean, I wouldn't want my number one wide receiver to get all my targets or to get all of the targets in my offense, especially whenever I have another solid receiver or two, just like the Giants have in Victor Cruz and then Sterling Shepard. That is his first name. I couldn't remember it, but that is the kid from Oklahoma. That is looking pretty decent, I might say. But yeah, I know that Victor Cruz is a solid receiver, and he's proven that. And he was Manning's favorite target, I think, before he got injured. But yes, I think that Beckham just needs to find ways to enjoy playing the game of football. And yes, I would say that he is a bit of a distraction, but I wouldn't say that he's a drama queen. I mean, we all get butthurt and mad at things, but you just have to remember to keep your cool. I mean, the Giants aren't going to cut him because, just as I've said like 2 to 4 times, like 3 or 4 times, he is a very productive receiver. And if he signed anywhere else and played the Giants, he would probably go off on him. It's just kind of like a revenge game. But yeah, I do think that Odell Beckham, the person, not necessarily the football player, would be a great guy to hang out with. I mean, the football player may be a great guy to hang out with, but if you don't pay for the check at a restaurant, whenever you hang out with them, and I'm not trying to say that you're taking him out on a date or anything. I'm just saying that if, like, a teammate of his were to take him out to dinner, like Eli, not on Tuesdays because he's got to go to Peyton's house for nachos, but like Wednesday night, say like tonight, if Eli didn't pay for the bill, then Odell Beckham would just get mad and all that stuff, probably storm out of the restaurant, But the person Odell Beckham probably wouldn't mind that. But I have not met Odell Beckham personally before you ask me that. But yes. But if Odell Beckham could just mellow out during a game or just learn how to keep a poker face and just keep his emotions in check, then I think that might help his game out. That would definitely help the media from saying all this stuff about him. Because I think he's bothered by what the media says about him. And in terms of the diva type attitude, yes, I know some number one wide receivers are going to have an attitude about themselves, which is perfectly fine. But you can't be a diva in this world. And the fact that he's upset that he's not getting as many targets this year as he was last year in terms of passes thrown to him, then that tells me he needs a little bit of a reality check. But we all need a little bit of a reality check at some point. So I think that if Beckham accepted his role as that guy that absorbed all the coverage, because he's that good that he could absorb all the defensive coverage, then that would definitely help out the offense, and that would definitely help out the Giants in the win column, or at least help them score more. I mean, I don't know what their defense is gonna do, but Regardless, though, I do think that Odell Beckham is a little bit of a distraction, but he can easily fix that. And I've given my methods as to how OBJ, the legend himself, can fix that. I was searching for another word, but I couldn't find it. That's what the pause was. But yes, I have given my solutions to how Odell Beckham can just chill. I mean, just find ways to meditate before a game. Just try meditating before a game. Just calm down, take it down a notch. But yes, guys, I do believe that will do it for this James Talks About NFL Football. And until the next video, I will see you all later. Goodbye, guys. Thank you all for watching, and go Panthers!